Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4, The New Order, Last Days of Europe, with me, Alpha Pi Omega, and Empire of Japan. So we have managed to successfully get rid of the DEFCON conspiracy in the previous episode, and now we're gonna probably enter a period of rapid advancement and growth of our empire. So hopefully that's how it's gonna work. We're producing a ton of equipment. I actually already started a military reform, so let's finish that one off by getting more units for the first Imperial Army. I'm thinking I might want to recruit 3 more divisions. Yeah, let's recruit 3 more for each of the armies. So we're gonna have, 10 divisions in each of the armies. 2 of those will be tanks and 2 of each divisions in each. We'll have 2 divisions of tanks in each army and 8 divisions of infantry. That's what I was trying to say. Jesus Christ, that shouldn't have been that hard. But yeah, the economy is nearing 6% growth per year, which is just amazing. We've deployed quite a lot of Air Force. So those guys should be drilling right now, which they are. Good. So that makes our Air Force stronger, our army stronger. And right now we've finished the advanced cruiser Hakkō, which means we will be stronger when it comes to Navy as well very soon. So by finishing this one, we can get the 1970s missile battery. That's what I was actually looking forward to. Anti-ship and SAM battery. Okay, that's gonna be the next thing we're gonna research. Advances in doctrine and technology have enabled our missile cruisers to carry more and longer range SAMs for better coverage and defense. And let me see if we can check what the new cruiser would look like. So it has 5 slots. And the previous cruiser, where are you? Tsukaba? Yes, improved cruiser had 4. Okay, so basically means that we can get more equipment on it. I'm gonna upgrade everything that we have, which means we have a 5-inch battery. You could put a heavy battery on it, really? That's crazy. I'd much rather put a medium battery on it. We'll get rid of the anti-air and instead put in the anti-air missiles. We have 60. You would use less fuel. Production cost is not that much different. Secondary battery, you have a better cruiser armor. And now what do we put over here? Float point catapult. Helipad. I think we could put a helicopter pad on these. We could have a variant. We could have a like a cruiser leader, and then regular cruisers. You definitely want to put in ship-to-ship missiles. I guess more ship-to-ship missiles. And we can put more anti-air missiles. And twin anti-air, but if we added more anti-air, yeah, it would be better. So we could do something like this as a basis. When we compare it to the Tsukuba class, 600 men, that's the same thing. Where's the manpower? Yes, 600. Surface detection 25, you'd have 37 due to the helicopter. Sub-detection would increase to 6.5 from 1. Surface visibility is 18.5, so that's higher. Light attack is lower actually. We had 10.3, now we have 5.2. Piercing was 7, it's 7.3 now. But a heavy attack increases from 18 to 33, and piercing from heavy piercing from 20 to 22.7. Armor increases from 8 to 12. Anti-air is 13 as well. Max speed was 41.3 knots, so we have 39. Range was 11,000, now it's 12,000. Organization was... where's organization? I don't see organization here listed. No, but it's 60 now. And HP was 147, now it's 201. Okay. It's actually really good. So we're gonna call this one Typhoon class. But we'll fix it. We either... are we gonna get a better... are we getting naval experience? We are. Okay, so we can do it. I just want to have it, there, so we can build a couple if we're, required to. But other than that, the reason why I'm designing them right now is so I simply don't forget. Okay, so what we must not forget as well is that we need more. Okay, use the public, and now we're good. Okay, I don't want to embellish. Accomplish. Actually, why not? We're gonna visit anyway, so... and would this allow us to take the healthcare reform now? I think so. Higher increased healthcare policy effectiveness. Healthcare quality will begin to improve. We get public approval, and poverty rate will begin to greatly improve. Okay, so what does the healthcare low income protection do? Monthly population. Okay, policy cost per capita also increases. It does, okay. So probably gonna pay a little bit more, but we get more monthly population stability. Political power lowers monthly poverty rates slightly and increases healthcare. Okay, the captains of industry. Can we get more of you? Ikeda was happy to have such jovial guests, though their taste would run quite a bill for the kitchen staff. He watched as members of the Board of Audit shared stories with an executive from the Nissan Group. The gala had gone on for close to 2 hours, as the Prime Minister mingled with bureaucrats and businessmen alike from Japan at his estate. The bounties of the Pacific were served as dinner, along with a number of fine soups. The atmosphere was perfect, as some men watched as the evening sun began to slip behind the wooded hills. "Gentlemen, I'd like your attention, please." The crowd silenced, and eyes from every corner of the room turned to him. He continued, "I'm beyond thankful for every one of you to be present. With your help and contributions, we are the spearhead of a new age of prosperity and strength for our empire. Our cities are filling with new and grand buildings, and the fears that once plagued us in our lifetimes are left behind. No more do we need to worry about food prices or rubber, or any commodity for the Japanese family." Raising his voice while keeping the same calm and matter-of-fact grace he was famous for, Ikeda raised a toast to the new Japan. "Kanpai! Enjoy yourselves." The reception carried on well into the night. Japan's greatest do not pass up a good time. Okay, so the investment in military is done, and now we want... which one? Okay, we can start with this one. then this one. And then we're gonna burn through these three, because this one... No, let's get this one first. Expand the MIC. The relationship between the Army, the Navy, and the Zaibatsu is even more closely intertwined than the military-industrial complexes of other countries, as Japan's economy is linked inextricably to all of them. The MIC, therefore, forms a critical part of our economic plans. So we get event mistakes of old, support from the Army increases, military professionalism and social development begins to slowly improve, we gain 2 extra production units, and we increased our GDP by 1.5%. Amazing. Action and reaction. Okay, this one looks nice. Minister Sato grumbled as the new proposal sent to him from the Prime Minister, a series of new investments put into weapons, research and manufacturing. The Empire has no need for another dozen missile cruisers when there is no use for them in the first place. Let the Americans and Germans burn their money, the Empire needs every cent. He considered planning a meeting with Ikeda to explain how the project's goals would simply collide with much of the pro-business recovery funding the Prime Minister already set aside, but went against it. Ikeda might not be the economic genius, but he was rather a man to keep insubordination around him. Sighing, he placed it into a locked cabinet and looked at the clock, tick onwards. We're trying to revitalize the light industry, damn it. So let us revisit the army. 80% in the army, 57.5% from the navy. We have a little bit of paranoia, but we can fight that off with the inter-service training. Very soon, actually. And by very soon, I mean now. So Navy 60, Army 82.5. Good on us. So healthcare reform will take 16 more days, and we finished the 2 boosts that we had already prepared. So we can go with connect our rural areas next. Increases GDP of Shiga by 1.5%, but improve the poverty rate. That's what I'm after. Costs a little bit. Akita, port construction. Rural investment. Anything that would remove Seichi the army. Kanaku. Kanagawa. Okay, let's do these two, Shimane and Shiga. It's gonna give us a little bit of a boost to GDP. Where is Shiga? Oh, right here. Yeah, the GDP is pretty much non-existent there. But wait, what? No. Akita, Kanagawa. Wait, we did wrong? It's in Hiroshima and Miyagi. Or are these gonna come back? Hiroshima is here, and that is a much better GDP. And Miyagi. Okay, but it helps with the poverty. And that's what I'm after, really. So I don't even really care. This one, rapidly improving the poverty. That's what I'm after. And I wonder what this one is gonna change us as well. Okay, we're dropping it by 0.05% monthly. And I think the rapid is like additional 0.5 or something. That would be cool. So let's see it. Let's hear it. Let's enjoy it. The boost to GDP is gonna be massive though. One can hope that we're gonna get over 300 billion this year. I think that's actually doable because you're gonna give us 4 billion alone, and the other one is gonna give us even more. So we should definitely get 300. Unless a horrible thing strikes us. Kullervo Rainio elected Finnish Prime Minister. During the recent 1969 legislative election in Finland, the National Coalition Party, KOK, being its shorthand in the Finnish language, has made gains once again. Therefore, Kullervo Rainio enters Kesäranta as the new leader and its new tenant. By profession a psychologist and ideologically a conservative hardliner, the Prime Minister-elect is fervent in his opposition to socialism. In fact, he also opposes state intervention in the Finnish economy. For that reason, to him, excessive state intervention is the next step down from socialism. A man of the right wing, he supports what he calls bourgeoisie reformism to address state issues. Despite being far-right in nature, he insists that he is in fact a liberal. A rather idiosyncratic individual, I dare say. True. But not a bad man. Okay, so we finished the reform. Let us... Okay, so the poverty rate started to increase by 0.1% faster. That is amazing. And the healthcare... Interesting, it didn't change at all. Or at least the cost didn't change. So anything else that we could do here? These ones are way more expensive than 5%. That will require us to get way more. Okay, let's use the public here further. $58. Fine, right? Yeah, we need to be above 55. Because we're burning through the political power pretty quickly right now, so I don't really want to go overboard. I don't know what's gonna hit us. But the labor protection would be a good one next. Poverty needs to rapidly improve, so that would mean we get to something like 0.25% monthly. And that's really darn good. Helps with agricultural methods, industrial expertise, administrative efficiency, academic base, research speed. Wow, administrative efficiency increases by 11 per month. The streamlined bureaucracy thing lowers, consumer goods. Increases stability. And it gives us 10% daily power gain. Political power. So that's good. And lowers the social spending by 5%. Which is actually pretty decent. It's like 0.3 billion if I'm counting correctly. That would delete the deficit that we have. So let's hope it will. Let us hope it will. Okay, so expand the MIC. After that, far-flung resources. Yamaguchi, Tokyo, Yamaguchi, Fukuoka. Okay, mistakes of all that actually lowers stability a bit, but that's nothing really major for us. So let us now go with far-flung resources, and then we go with this one and this one. Wait, didn't we want... No, this one is the industrial expertise. And this one is the industrial expertise, yep. So far-flung resources. The co-prosperity sphere's massive reach ensures we have access to many of the resources required to develop our empire. It boasts vast deposits of nearly every natural resource imaginable in our grasp. As such, our priority should be to develop the sphere as a whole, boosting the productivity of our continental allies, which is sure to help their economies improve as well as increasing the resource output they provide to us. It is a strategy that provides benefits for all involved. So we'll pass a bill in the Diet. Mistakes of old. Ikeda, Sato started, seated before the Prime Minister. Oh god. Okay. And besides Hatoyama, I must protest this move towards expanding the military industry. The Emperor knows that we have enough factories to produce weapons already. He sighed. I do not wish to appear to reproach you, for you have brought us this far. However, I think that this renewed focus is in contrary to what Japan needs at this moment. Sato, Prime Minister Ikeda began, his voice soft and sympathetic. It is all right to correct or even reprimand me. I appreciate your concern. Your advice has been nothing but beneficial to this government, Hatoyama. The Prime Minister's hat turned to his aging deputy. I presume that you are here for the same reason? I am Prime Minister, the old man began, his voice cracking under the pressure of his age. I do not believe that we should repeat the Kono administration's mistake. We are here to govern Japan in peacetime, not a national defense state. Already the new regulation smacks of the national mobilization law. An arched eyebrow. Thank you, Hatoyama. Ikeda turned to regard both men. I think that your concern comes from the depth of your heart. However, Ikeda held up a finger. I must say that we have concerns beyond the civilian economy that keeps us afloat. The army and the navy, we depend on their support. I'm afraid that in the face of this, I must reject your advice. Both Sato and Hatoyama left the Prime Minister's office, head hung in defeat. So, what's going on here? The Spanish Republic declared war on the Iberian federal government, Kingdom of Morocco declared war on Trarza, and Portugal declared war as well. So, is Iberia in the depths of civil war now? It is! Holy hell. The Iberian War. The Kingdom of Morocco declared war on the Rif Republic. In a war there are no winners or losers, only victims. Okay, so Basque Republic is not at war with anyone now, nor is Catalonia. But Falangist Spain is at war with Iberian federal government, who is also at war with the Spanish Republic, who is at war with Falangist Spain. Galician Republic is not at war with anyone, but the government of national salvation is at war with Portugal. Iberia in flames. Okay, so we got a global conflict here. Prime Minister, the Iberian Union has collapsed, and we believe that the co-prosperity sphere should involve itself into this conflict, said the General Iwakuro Hideo. As General Sugita Ichichi handed Ikeda Masanosuke a folder filled with different documents and reports on the conflict. As he read through the documents, the Prime Minister asked, "What sort of intervention did you have in mind?" General Sugita was the one to reply. Located on the northern coast of Africa is a state known as the Rif Republic. This one? Yes. Rif Republic, led by a man named Mohammed Khokri. They have splintered from the former union, proclaiming desire to bring democracy to all of Morocco. Their struggle against colonialism makes them a prospective ally for the sphere's own anti-colonialist rhetoric. Ikeda Masanosuke nodded along. The Republicans seemed moderate enough, and it would be an easy sell to the public. It seemed a simple enough proposal, so he handed it back to Sugita and said, I'll greenlight the request then. Inform the rest of the military that the sphere shall be supporting the Republic. From the ashes rises an opportunity. Okay, so you are National Liberalist. You have no factories. About 46,000 men. You're very hard pressed though. Intervention in Iberia. More volunteers to regional separatists. 8 Catalan freedom fighters. Supply regional merchant marine. Send military advisors and technical aid. Sabotage logistics. Well, none of these are really good because we don't have political power. And I cannot send you volunteers. I can send volunteers to anyone, really. So, oh, we get a, oh wow, we get army reforms over here now. Rentokon 43 approaches. To ensure a satisfactory performance in the Rentokon 43, we must take several measures to reform the armed forces. Holy hell, we got a ton of work. Plan large-scale training exercises. Okay, we can do that one. And apply battlefield lessons. Cost reduction for land doctrine, military professionalism increases, and IJA support increases. On a small military parade, we get 25 political power. Okay. Increase deployments to Vietnam. Remember the IJA, okay. But now, the question is, we cannot send volunteers at this point. So we really need to send this one if we want to get involved. Which I guess we do want to, because there might be a chance that we'll get someone on our side. But I'm not... Okay, use the public. Okay, would we now be able to... Which one was it? Strengthen labor protection, yeah, this one. Okay, good. That is actually pretty good. So that will further help with the poverty, at least significantly. And can we now send people taking in the sides? No, I can't send anyone in there. Rentokon. In response to increasing Viet Minh wait, this one. Huh. Well, we're doing what we can here. Urban. Snap. Okay, so these one actually keep coming back. That's cool. So you get these continuously. Yamaguchi and Kochi. I didn't know that, but I like that. Okay. So... Okay, let's end this episode by finishing the reading of this one. Taking in the sights. The small port city has become a good deal more cosmopolitan in the last few weeks. For the most part, a tiny handful of Iberians were gone, as the nomadic Berbers on the interior moved north towards their settled cousins and the Arabs in the cities. And then, of course, there were all the soldiers of fortune and the Japanese advisors, a group which included Private Nosaka. Nosaka was on a leave one particular day and decided to take in as much of the city as he could, staying within the safe zones. Moroccan ordnance was not particularly accurate, and it had not done significant damage to any key infrastructure, but Nasaka imagined that would be cold comfort for those who now lived without homes, less so for those who no longer lived. He could feel a palpable sense of tension wherever he went, even if he didn't understand the words spoken. Much like had been the case in the 1920s, interior nomads still formed the core of the Riffian military. Their hard faces regarded the city with suspicion, the position, angles, terrain, all different to what he was used to. They regarded who Nasaka assumed to be to Arabs with considerable suspicion. The Arabs, for their part, glared right back at them, and some shouted, but little violence has occurred so far. As the siege continued, Nasaka noticed the market slowly shrink and become abandoned, as the lines of Japanese and Red Crescent food packages grew larger and larger. The livestock brought into the city by some of the nomads became gradually more emaciated. However, Nasaka was still eating okay, and nobody seemed to be starving, for now. Okay, so let me just check. Wait, the foreign policy. So okay, let's go through these 5 days. I'm just interested in seeing whether we can send volunteers or not. And yeah, we're definitely gonna get over 300 billion this year. We're doing so good. It's just August, and the next one alone is gonna give us nearly 6 billion in GDP. Okay, but you guys have nothing to construct now. Great. So offices, I guess. Build me an office, my man. A hospital. And 2 military bases. Can build a school. It's all about a prison. Okay. And a thermal electric plant. Okay. Okay, so we finished that. So can we now send them? Or is that not allowed? It's not allowed. Okay then, I guess we're not gonna get involved then. Easy as that. Anyway, thank you very much. See you next time.